For at least 9,000 years, the Narrows between Crown Point, New York and Chimney Point, Vermont have served as an easy place to cross the 120-mile-long Lake Champlain. The early travelers who made this a crossroads left behind evidence of their passage.
We find stone material that comes from northern Canada. We find material that comes from Pennsylvania. We find materials that come from Maine, all there at Chimney Point, sort of representing the evidence of the travels of people and the communication, the sharing of information.
The Abenaki people called Lake Champlain the Lake Between.
We have a wonderful reference from the late 1700s when people who were staying at the Chimney Point Tavern saw a group of native people come in by canoe on the lake and then another group come by land, ostensibly to meet there at a predetermined time, evidence of something that had been going on there for thousands of years and how important this point of land was to native people.
When Samuel de Champlain explored the lake in 1609, he ushered in a time of European influence. European travelers who followed quickly recognized the strategic significance of the Narrows.
By 1731, the French built a fort at Chimney Point. It was a fort of logs, or fort de pieux, and from that point there was an established French presence there.
And then King Louis XV, he was really trying to encourage domestic settlement here too, because when you have civilians in amongst the military, it makes it a little more challenging for your enemy to attack you.
During the Revolutionary War, military traffic dominated the crossing.
In the summer of 1776, when the Americans were fleeing Canada, they stopped at Crown Point to regroup, and the soldiers who had smallpox were sent over to Chimney Point on the Vermont side of the lake. And the next summer of 1777, when British General John Burgoyne was trying to take over Mount Independence and Fort Ticonderoga, he and his British soldiers camped on the Crown Point side, and the Germans all camped on the Chimney Point side.
When civilian life returned to the lake after the war, ferry service developed to expedite and commercialize the crossing. Sail ferries were common. In the 1830s, the Experiment was the first on Lake Champlain powered by a team of horses, and by the 1850s, coal-powered steam ferries would speed the crossing even more. But as automobile traffic increased, so did the need for a more efficient and year-round means of crossing. In 1929, New York and Vermont came together to construct the Lake Champlain Bridge. Over the next 80 years, the bridge knit the region together. When it was demolished in 2009, a critical transportation link was broken.
When the bridge was demolished, it was amazing to see what kind of views there really were here, and you felt privileged that you had this small opportunity to see what it was like for all the people who'd been here before then. And then when the new bridge started to be built again, then you were happy for the future and that the corridor would be opening again.